welcome to the No Spin News for Wednesday, November 6, 2024. A historic day. Stand up for your country. So it's over. Good. I'm relieved. Trump wins. Obviously, you know that. My prediction was correct. That's a good thing. I'm thanking God for that. And I'd like you to have a pen and paper handy because we have so much to tell you. And we'll put it all into perspective because I know that Americans are going to be talking about this election for the next month or so. And that is the subject of the Talking Points memo. Just the facts, okay? We'll get to the opinion and all of that in a moment, but just the facts. So right now, as of tape time, which is late afternoon, on Wednesday, Donald Trump's 72 million votes. Okay, pretty much what he got last time in 20. Pretty much in that zone. Kamala Harris got 67 million, down huge from what Biden got in 20. Huge. Okay? So Trump's going to win the popular vote, and that's despite California, New York, Illinois, which remain left-wing bastions. On the electoral front, there's still, Arizona can't count its votes. And there's something wrong in Arizona. But you guys who live out there, you got to demand a better government because they can't count the votes. They can't. California doesn't want to. All right, so those two states, so problematic. But anyway, I have it at 322 electoral votes for Trump when it's all over. 227 for Harris. Okay, so we're waiting for Arizona. Nevada's going to go to Trump. Arizona will probably go to Trump as well. Maine will go to Harris and all of that. Okay, 1,300 counties in America voted. 1-3. Get this stat. Donald Trump improved his margin in 92% of those counties. That's the key statistic in this election. 1,300 counties, all right, from Alaska to Key West, from Maine to Tijuana, Mexico. They can't vote in Mexico, but right over the border. 1,300. 92% improved for Trump. And the closest state was Wisconsin. Trump got 49-6. Harris got 48-8. Listen to point. 30,000 vote difference. Trump took that state. Now we're going to show a map. Those of you listening to me on a radio from coast to coast, I'll describe what the map is. It's got all the states, all right? And the reds obviously are Trump and the blues are Harris. You can see how few states Kamala Harris won. Now, the two whites are going to go to Trump. I'm almost positive that Nevada and Arizona will go that way. And that will, Alaska is going to go to Trump as well. So they're going to be red states. So most of the folks across the country, very diverse country, they voted for the Republican. Why? Because of money. And I'll get to that. That was the key indicator that swung the vote to Donald Trump. Money. Hispanics, we made a big deal out of this, and I said if Donald Trump got more than 40%, he would win, and he did. And Latino voters really came out strong for Donald Trump. Now, it took until the early morning for things to be defined, and Donald Trump came out in Palm Beach and said this.
Nothing will stop me from keeping my word to you, the people. We will make America safe, strong, prosperous, powerful, and free again. And I'm asking every citizen all across our land to join me in this noble and righteous endeavor. That's what it is. It's time to put the divisions of the past 4 years behind us.
Okay. Conciliatory standard issue. Kamala Harris, very interesting. She was in Washington, D.C., And she did not speak to her supporters last night. Huge mistake. Huge. Because you come out and you say, look, it's not over yet. I really thank you for being here. And she didn't do it. She did call Donald Trump shortly after noon today, congratulating him on his victory. Standard issue. And she will make a public statement today. Well, I'll run a little bit of it tomorrow. But I was shocked that the vice president didn't come out last night, just because those people were there all day. And to send them home without anything? No. As I mentioned, my prediction, it was, I made it on Halloween, and roll the tape. Here is the prediction, and it is based on data, okay? Not wishful thinking. I'm not believing what I want to believe. I analyze data, and you can see this data yourself. The Wall Street Journal printed it yesterday, and we've confirmed that it is accurate. Okay, the first one, the data is basically says that the Republican registration, voter registration among the GOP is way up. That's what I base my prediction on. So let's sum up the talking points memo. I predict Donald Trump will be the next president. All right. As I said, thank God I was right. And the registration, whenever you see that, people motivated to either change parties to sign up for the first time, that's a real strong indicator. All right. It's not that I'm a genius, but I'm methodical in my analysis. I'm not some crazy ideologue out there, and you know that. I don't want to waste your time. I also said on News Nation, and by the way, all right, some more money to the church. I don't want that cliche. News Nation had the best coverage because it was the simplest, and they were way ahead. They called the race for Trump first. I was on News Nation a couple of times, but in interim, I was watching. I'm telling you, the panel of 9 people, come on. Nobody remembers what they say 30 seconds after they say it. News Nation had 3 people. And they had a really good analytics guy who had all the numbers up there easy, even I could understand it. Now, in the first go around, before the polls closed, here's what I said. Trump will win North Carolina by 3%, and they'll win Georgia. They don't know what the tally will be, but they believe that the vice president is underperforming in Fulton County. Okay, so Trump won North Carolina by 3.4%. So my source was unbelievably accurate there. Georgia obviously went to Trump. Fulton County, it wasn't quite what it was for Biden 4 years ago, but it was close. That's Georgia. That's Atlanta. So that was a little wobbly there. I also said that urban turnout was not that great for Kamala Harris, and it turned out to be true. New York City was the tightest race since 1988. Donald Trump got more votes than any other Republican in more than 40 years in New York City. Philadelphia was, obviously both went to Harris, but in a much more narrow clip. And the urban people, they're suffering too, as far as economics are concerned. So the reason all this happened was because of Joe Biden. Joe Biden lost the election for Kamala Harris. Harris is a very poor campaigner, as you know, wouldn't answer a question, said ridiculous stuff like Trump wants to ban abortion nationwide, all of that. Not a good candidate. But she didn't lose the election. Biden lost it. Because most Americans who voted are not ideologues. They may be registered to a party, but they're not paying attention. They don't live politics. But they do live in the grocery store, in the restaurants, at the gas station, and they got to pay insurance. And they're getting killed. And they go, oh, well, inflation is coming down. It doesn't matter. Prices aren't. The rate of inflation growth is coming down, but the prices are there and they're not coming down. That's what the decider was. So people are going, hey, I'm getting hurt by the Democrats. And there's Kamala cheerleading the whole thing. No, never dissenting from that. And so that transfers into the Senate. It looks like the Republicans, after, some close races, will get between 54 and 55, one of those two numbers, senators. They dominate the Senate now. Okay? So Republicans. House, because of California can't count the votes, won't count the votes. We don't know. The Hill, which is a Washington, D.C. publication, gives Republicans a 52% chance of keeping the House. If that happens, and Trump's got the Senate and the House, he's got a free fire zone to do what he wants to do. So that, keep your eye on that. Stock market opened up about 1,400 points. Why? Because the big corporations understand that Donald Trump is a libertarian capitalist. He's going to cut corporate taxes, not raise them. Corporations will make more money. Bernie Sanders and the socialists hate that. They don't want the corporations to make more money, even though the corporations and the companies employ all the people. Okay? So if the company makes more money, they can give you a raise. So we had a fabulous year here at BillO'Reilly.com, and I run 3 corporations. I'm going to give my folks a nice Christmas bonus because we had a very good year. That's the way it works. So the Wall Street, said, okay, now we got a guy who's pro-business. Not going to hurt us. And that's why you saw that big jump. There were some surprising reactions on television. I'm not going to use a lot of it. Tomorrow I'm going to do how the media has destroyed itself, generally speaking. The corporate media, not BillO'Reilly.com. We're prospering because of the destruction on that other end. But here's a couple of reactions. Go.
Democrats don't know how people think anymore. They think about their country, they think about the cost of things, and the working people figure, well, all these college kids, all the ones who went to elite universities, all looking down on us. Besides all this, we're getting condescension and deplorables and all that stuff. And they felt it, and they voted that way.
Would a white male have done better? Obviously, Trump has defeated 2 women and now a black woman. So there's all of these questions. But to my mind, it seems to me incredible that a guy who led a insurrection against the United States government is potentially now, like a phoenix going back into the Oval Office. It's unbelievable.
Now, when Juan Williams was on the O'Reilly Factor, he never pulled that stuff because he knew I was going to get him right between the eyes if he did. He never pulled that race card, gender card stuff. Now he does it all the time. Oh, yeah, Kamala Harris lost because she's a woman of color. Oh, what a bunch of crap. So dishonest, so disingenuous. Michelle Obama, if she had gotten the nomination, I think she would have won. I could be wrong on that. But Kamala Harris is a terrible candidate. It had nothing to do with her skin color or gender. She's terrible. If Williams doesn't know that, he shouldn't be sitting in that chair. If he's not honest or smart enough to know that. Sorry to come down on him, but, I know Juan for a long time, and I used him all the time. And he never pulled that stuff with me. But now that's what he does. Awful. There were 2 sound bites that threw the election to Donald Trump. I'm going to play them in a moment. But first, I want to tell you what Trump has to do when he takes the job on January 20th, 2025, coming up fast. This is what he's got to do with executive orders, all right? First, the economy. He's got to wipe out the regulations that Biden put on the fossil fuel companies by executive order. I think Trump will do that on the first day. Border. I would, by executive order, suspend all asylum claims for at least 3 months and reorganize down there. Border wall. Okay? He's got to put forth on day 1 how he's going to get this border wall done. from top to bottom. 4, migrant deportations. Very tricky. I still don't know how he's going to get by due process to do that. Sanctuary places, he's got to list them. Got to put out a list. These places are not going to get any federal money until they cooperate with Homeland Security. Does that make sense? Okay, that'll be the end of that. Then Ukraine's going to take a little time. I assume that Trump and Putin will get together 2 or 3 months in. Israel, Iran will be totally different then than it is now, so he can't do that, but he's got to do. China is suffering economically, and Trump has an advantage here. So he can go into Xi and say, look, we don't want trouble. We'll help you get out of this economic mess, but you got to stop the saber rattling. And then Mexico. Mexico is the key. If Mexico doesn't stop the madness, and we mean the drug cartels, we mean the massive migration, the movement of people, which it could do if it put its armed forces on the southern and northern border. If they don't do it, I want Trump to go in and just devastate them economically and declare the cartels terror groups so we can drone them and kill them from the sky. I don't know whether he'll do it, but he should. Okay. Harris won 86% of black voters. Trump got 12. That was better than 4 years ago. All right. Hispanic voters. Let's see. Harris got 53, Trump 45. Remember I said if Trump got more than 40, he'd win? There you go. And here's something interesting. Young voters, 18 to 29, Trump got 42% of those because they're working. They're trying to accumulate some money. That's why. Gender. Harris, 54% of women. Trump, 44. Exact opposite for men. Men went for Trump 54, Harris 44. So men and women canceled each other out. I think there were more women that voted, but I'll have that number tomorrow. Here are the 2 biggest mistakes the Democrats made. First, the vice president. Go.
If anything, would you have done something differently than President Biden during the past 4 years?
There is not a thing that comes to mind in terms of, and I've been a part of most of the decisions that have had impact.
Catastrophic blunder. So Afghanistan's okay with you? Essentials of life rising 20%, that's okay? Open border, 14 million foreign nationals unsupervised, that's good? That, isn't it ironic that the most radical left television program during the day, ABC News' The View, blew up the person they idolized. And they did it unintentionally. The Lord works in mysterious ways. Here is the second biggest blunder. Go.
And just the other day, a speaker at his rally called Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage. Well, let me tell you something. I don't know the Puerto Rican that I know, or Puerto Rico where I'm in my home state of Delaware. They're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His demonization of things is unconscionable, and it's un-American.
Now the White House tried everything. They altered the transcript. They did this. You call people garbage. You remember that. All right? So those are the 2 blunders that put Donald Trump over the pot. Now, the progressive movement badly damaged. However, Missouri, Amendment 3, your daughter can have an abortion at any age, and parents don't have to be notified. Check. That's what you want, Missouri? Missouri's a conservative state, went big for Trump. Not what you want. That's what you voted for. New York expected Prop 1, biological males go right in the women's locker room and they'll compete right on the sports. Right? That's Prop 1. Passed. Both passed. Summing up, Republicans won because American voters want opportunity to improve their lives. They don't want the big government telling them what to do. And that's the memo. The October 15th deadline to file a tax extension is passed. So if you still owe back taxes or have unfiled returns, you need to prepare for what's coming. Now that October 15th is behind us, the IRS may ramp up enforcement. You could face wage garnishments, frozen bank accounts, or even property seizures if you do not take action. But there's still hope. Tax Network USA has helped taxpayers save more than $1 billion in tax debt. And with over 10,000 file returns, they specialize in helping people like you reduce tax burdens. And they can help you as well. So please visit tnusa.com/bill. Or you can call 800-958-1000 for a free consultation. Their experts will walk you through with a few simple questions to see how much you can save. So please act now before the IRS takes more aggressive steps. Are you in pain after walking, running, or even just standing around? It's not your feet, it's your shoes. Switch to Defy shoes, which patented VersoShock technology. It aligns your body, provides superior shock absorption, and returns trampoline-like energy. Defy offers soles and styles for any activity, plus 2 free orthotics. Whether you are an athlete or always on the go, Defy shoes deliver the comfort and versatility your feet need. Say goodbye to discomfort and hello to support. It's not just a shoe. It serves as a natural footwear to preempt further wear and tear. Visit gdefy.com. Get $20 off your order of $100 or more with code BILL. Experience ultimate comfort with Defy shoes. Visit gdefy.com today. Okay, we just posted on our YouTube channel my interview. I was interviewed, I should say, by Piers Morgan. You know Piers, the Brit. So this goes all over the world, and you can see it, and it's about the election. It's on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Bill O'Reilly, youtube.com/Bill O'Reilly. It is well worth watching, and we really appreciate Mr. Morgan doing it. Let's go to the mail. Mike Zebo, Wayne, Michigan. You're correct, O'Reilly. Trump wins. Thank you for being an honest and fact-driven historian analyst we can trust. You're welcome, Mike. That is why we are in business. Henry, concierge member. Henry has direct access to me. Our team is on Henry's side. That is valuable. Check out concierge membership on BillO'Reilly.com. Henry says, Mr. O and staff, thank you for getting out honest news coverage. If Trump wins, which he did, of course, I believe the drama will just be starting. People who don't like him will never stop. That's true, but their credibility is gone, at least for the moment. Ian, America wakes up this morning knowing that sanity has prevailed. I look forward to your analysis, O'Reilly, in the coming days. My analysis, Ian, is going to be very important in the next 4 or 5 months to see how Trump positions himself for this country. That could change everything. He's got to succeed, but I'm going to be tough on him like I'm tough on everybody. Rick Romdeni, Argyle, Wisconsin, happiest man in the country is Gavin Newsom. I wonder when he'll be announcing for 2028. Not going to be Newsom. He screwed up California so bad he doesn't have a chance. You know who it's going to be? Josh Shapiro, Pennsylvania versus J.D. Vance. You heard it here first. Dave Botts, Waverly, Minnesota. In my opinion, I believe a great deal of credit for Trump's victory falls with you, O'Reilly. You are on many platforms and present information better than anyone else. But I wasn't rooting for anybody. That's why Trump gets mad at me sometimes. But we did report very honestly. And thank you for pointing that out. Okay. What else we got here? Let's go to the store. Because this is important now. Because Thanksgiving is late. So Christmas is going to jump on you. Got to get in our store now. Not woke t-shirts, not work polos, and not woke bumper stickers. Order them now before we sell out of them. Okay, then we got the big Christmas bundle, all the Killing books, plus Plus, look at that little graphic there, huh? Confronting the presidents for a great price. And then we're bundling up a couple of them. If you just want a couple of it, we got Killing the Witches and Killing the Killers together. And then we got Killing the Mob and Killing Crazy Horse together. Great prices, by the way. Fabulous. And keeping everything low, because I understand. Finally, we got the mug collection to honor this election. Not Woke, Team Normal, Stand Up for Your Country. You can buy them separately or all together. Word of the day, do not be a snollygoster. Real word, SNOLLYGOSTER. Snollygosters are not good. Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, name and town if you wish to opine. Back with a final thought. You didn't vote for this economy, but you're paying for it at the pump, the grocery store, and through that stack of unpaid bills. Financial stress crushing. The solution? donewithdebt.com. Unlike the others, Done with Debt has new aggressive strategies that free you from debt without bankruptcy or loans. They will negotiate with your creditors so that you'll have more money in your pocket from month one and every month until you're debt free. And the best news, Done with Debt is accepting new clients. But don't wait. Some of their debt strategies are time sensitive. Let Done with Debt hit the debt reset button for you and make your money yours again. But again, this is time sensitive. So visit donewithdebt.com or call 888-322-1054 right now. Chat with one of their debt relief strategists for free. Go to donewithdebt.com, donewithdebt.com. Hey, Bill O'Reilly here. America is at a breaking point. Record inflation, interest rates, debt. The last thing we need is more reckless government spending and higher taxes, and they could happen. But a Harris presidency could bring us into that zone, plus a hit to your retirement savings. So protect your savings with American Hartford Gold. They'll help you secure your retirement by diversifying with physical gold and silver. Start with a simple phone call. They'll guide you through the process, even deliver gold and silver right to your door, or place it directly in your IRA or 401k. Don't wait. These safe haven assets can protect you in an economic crisis. Call or text American Hartford Gold today. Tell them O'Reilly sent you to get up to $15,000 of free silver on qualifying orders. Call 866-501-5201. That's 866-501-5201. Or text Bill to 65532. Again, 866-501-5201, or text Bill to 65532. Okay, here's the final thought of the day. Somebody sent me a cartoon off the net. I'll throw it on up there. I thought it was pretty cute. Is Trump ordering takeout from McDonald's? That's pretty good, right? There are a lot of creative people working on social media. I don't even put this up, but I got a chuckle out of it. Okay, so in August, told you that we would have on the No Spin News and BillO'Reilly.com and all of our other outlets the best campaign coverage in the country. I want to know if I have lived up to that brag. It was a brag, but I think we have. Now, if you are a BillO'Reilly.com premium and concierge member, you can get transcripts of everything we do, number one. And our membership is surging, as I told Bernie Goldberg. The reason is, no matter what it is, if it is true, we are going to report it to you. And premium and concierge members get all kinds of perks and different things for a very low price. So we urge you to give premium membership as gifts for Christmas, and you get free book. For every membership you buy as a gift, you get a free book. So if you get 10, get 10 free books. I mean, and if you renew, you get Confronting the President or any book you want. Okay? I can't do any better than this. We're in it together. This is how I look at it. We're in it together. We want to be successful because that's 60 people working for me now, 60. All right? So we want to be successful, but I don't want to gut you. I want you to get a very good value for what we have. And I think we're doing that. But we are always open to suggestions and constructive criticism. Always. So if I didn't live up to my braggadocio about best campaign coverage, number one, I want you to tell me. And number two, I want you to tell me who was better, so I can check that out. Because I thought my staff did a hell of a job on this thing. I mean, just the data that we gave you tonight. I mean, just consider all of the data that we gave you in 41 minutes. So anyway, we're very pleased. We hope that Donald Trump is a successful second termer. He ought to read Confronting the Presidents and find out what happened to Grover Cleveland second time around. It wasn't pretty. Trump's got to watch it. Okay? But we hope for the country's sake that people de-intensify the political hatred and that prosperity rises. Thank you for watching and listening to the No Spin News. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.